Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Wes and Andy.
Back again.
Welcome to Tuesday night, everybody.
Heat warnings for Ontario.
Yeah, I mean, if you are anywhere in the, pretty much most of the province right now, we may still be on fire in some parts, but on the parts that are not on fire, it feels like it.
Yeah.
Including here, I think we topped out at what, 20,
30 something, according to the Weather Network.
30 with humidity.
38 with the humidex.
That's awful.
Just
currently at 29 degrees Celsius, feeling like 31, mostly sunny where we are. Sunny on the outside and sunny on the inside. Overall, it's been a good day around here. I don't know. How's your day been?
Not bad. Pretty quiet.
I was going to say, did you get anything?
Lots accomplished.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I got some stuff done today.
Nice.
I got to work on the new segment I want to roll out tonight.
Ooh, new segment.
I promised that I would have a new thing for tonight, and I do.
Excellent.
But before we get to that, we should probably oh my gosh, where are we going to go tonight? We got all kinds of things going on tonight.
We're all over the board.
All right, well, I'm going to save it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Fair enough.
But before we get to the business that has brought us all together for tonight,
I have to say thank you to my wife for picking up Short Round.
What?
I got me a short round.
Did you get a shorty?
I got a shorty.
Oh, I gave Kim hers. She opened him.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's got soft goods.
Ooh.
He's got a soft goods jacket.
Nice.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I should have brought them in and put them on camera. They look pretty good.
Now he's part of the wave that builds the Temple of Doom.
Shankara stone,
Yes.
the skull that holds the Shankara stones.
So I'll have to be on the lookout for the rest of them.
The skull that holds the stones from Luthen's back room.
Yes. Well, they got picked up eventually.
That's right. I did get a chance to take in the Dial of Destiny yesterday. I got to see it yesterday. Now,
me too.
Hank has seen it. Now, of course, Hank is not with us tonight. He's off being an adult. Hopefully, the city of Halifax is not flogging him with whips and things.
Yeah.
After the week he's had. Hank said that he thought that it might be his favorite of the films. I don't want to steal his thunder, but he did mention that seeing it as an older man made Indy feel more like a peer and less like a pulp hero. How did you feel about it?
Well, as my daughter will attest, I did shed a tear or two near the end.
It's hard not to.
It is. It's like
it's hard not
to. That point. It's like, wow, I completely sympathize with that thought.
I got a little emotional with him as well. Just that, you hit a certain point in your life and you just want to, you want to give it a rest, and I felt that. That's five Indiana Jones films now in the franchise. And I will say this, it's top 4.
Yep. Oh, come on. Top 3.
Care to guess what the 5th one is?
Crystal Skull.
Ding, 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 ding. You are correct, sir. Yeah. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It is easily top 4.
Yeah.
The problem is I like all of those movies for different reasons. So it's very hard for me to say where it lands. Hank put it as it might actually be the best Indiana Jones movie. And I can't agree with that, but I can't disagree with that either. It stands on its own.
It does. But it references all that came before it.
Absolutely.
And even ties up loose ends as to why certain people are no longer there from previous entries.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the, I guess, exception of Short Round.
Yeah, we never do. Again, and I've always felt like Short Round's got the short, pardon the pun, the short end of it.
Yeah.
But then so did Kate Capshaw's Willie. We don't really know.
Yeah.
Certainly not cinematically. Presumably there might be some stuff in some books somewhere that I've never read, but
possibly. I can see her being like, though, she was more destined for Hollywood, not so much adventure.
You would think that we would have heard about her, though, like even in passing, like cover of a newspaper or an advertisement on TV, which didn't happen, but that's okay. Yeah. The other thing I noticed about this, it's not really a spoiler. I said to Kim, I got to watch the Crystal Skull again because I couldn't remember off the top of my head. But I want to say that Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is the first Indiana Jones movie where Indy does not carry a pistol. He uses a pistol.
He does.
He does not carry one. He does not carry one in this movie.
No, he does not.
I believe it is a first. If you haven't seen Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny yet, it's still in theaters. I highly recommend you go and see it. It's definitely worth seeing on the big screen.
I think this is the next in the horrible spin that's going on right now. Like The Flash, they're calling it a failure.
Oh,
it's a underrated movie. Go see it. Same thing they're saying for this one. It only made 24 million on Friday night. So what? Go see it.
Yeah.
Actually, I forgot. I apologize. Forgot to include one image.
Oh yeah, sure.
From last night. It was a full house.
Oh, good.
At the theater I went to last night.
I took in an afternoon screening. It was at 3:00 in the afternoon, but I bought my tickets online, and I think at the time that I purchased them, there were like 14 other people that were seeing it, and I want to say there was definitely more than that in the theater for a 3:00 in the afternoon showing on a Monday afternoon. I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, ours was a 7:00 showing, and like people were wandering the aisle trying to find that last seat.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And I took Harley and I said, "This is what movie going should be."
Yeah. I mean, as a kid, I was we were lucky enough to have a single screen movie theater just down the street in Fenland Falls where we grew up. And in the summertime, that's where I was every weekend. If there was a movie that I was able to gain entry into.
Saw my first movie there.
I did not see my first movie there. I saw
1989 Batman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. My first movie going experiences that I remember were a drive-in movie theater. Now that's another thing. That's kind of going the way of the dodo.
Mm-hmm.
They made a bit of a resurgence, at least here in Canada, but even now, the closest drive-in to us is still Lindsay.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They must be open.
There's one still over in Uxbridge.
I think that is the next closest one. I know the one that used to be in Elmville, between Elmville and Wasaga Beach, that closed down years ago. The one at Balsover, not Balsover, at oh my God, on Highway 48 South near Sutton. It closed down.
The one in Peterborough's been closed for ages.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'll still keep going. I don't care until the movie theater is no longer a thing. I will continue to go because I love movies.
The experience of it.
All right, let's open up the vault and let's hit everybody with another round of oh my God. It would help if I turned the buttons on.
Maybe.
Turn the buttons on. I will try that again. Before we get going,
Mulligan.
Let's hit him up with another round of
Random Fandom Trivia.
There we go. Nice. Andy, what do you got this week?
I got one for you. Who holds the record for winning the most Oscars?
Oh wow. Wait, it's a singular person?
It is a singular person.
Most Oscars. Okay. Because I think Oscars and I automatically go, what category?
Lord of the Rings.
Peter Jackson? No. I automatically go to what category? I don't think of them as like this. Wow.
Well, I would assume this is across multiple categories.
I would think it would have to be. So it's, I don't know. Have to be connected to a studio somehow, I would think.
Well, I would say so.
Okay. Okay. So the question is, who holds the record for winning the most Academy Awards? Give it a few seconds here if anybody wants to take a stab at it. Man. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, that's a fantastic comment. We're going to share that one.
Mm-hmm.
Rod Priester, thanks for hanging out with us. Happy 4th of July to everybody and all. Thanks to those that are serving or have served in the military. Our freedom should always be cherished. As somebody who has served in the military, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I agree with you. It should be. Freedom is never free. All right, one more time. Who holds the record for winning the most Academy Awards? If I wasn't looking at it right now, I wouldn't have known that.
Would not have guessed that.
I would not have guessed that. It feels like a bit of a red herring because you're like, I want to think of it like who's actor. I always go to like who's actor that's got the most, right?
True.
But I wouldn't have. Who is it then?
It is Walt Disney.
Walt himself,
who currently has 22 Oscars.
As you say, probably across multiple categories.
Yes.
I would think so.
But in total, he's also got 4 honorary Oscars as well, bringing his total up to 26.
Oh, wow.
And he also holds the record for being nominated the most at 59.
59 nominations. That's interesting too, because you're thinking like as a filmmaker, would he, my gosh, did he serve as a, I'm going to have to do some looking into this because I kind of wonder when he was still alive, did he direct any of his stuff? He must have.
I think he did. Yeah.
He must have directed some stuff.
Probably.
I don't remember him appearing in a
all
whole
Disney
lot.
Studios.
Well, that's what I mean, right? Like,
got his finger in every pie there.
Yeah. Wow. Very good question. I appreciate that one. Now, I said on Sunday, if you were hanging out with us back on Sunday on our road to Ahsoka, that I had an idea, had a brainstorm for a new segment. I wanted to launch it tonight. And I thought, well, while we are still in fun mode, having just done our random trivia question, this is a perfect time. We'll keep it going. I want to introduce a new segment, and I'm calling it Lexicon. Yeah, it's a word game.
Okay.
The word game, of course, and it is a con because I'm going to put up a word, and I'm going to ask you what you think the definition of that word is.
Okay.
All right, we'll try this out. It's all bumps and warts included. Here we go. You ready?
Let's try it.
The word for the inaugural segment, Lexicon, is fubbing. Fubbing. Phubbing. Fubbing.
Huh.
Do you want to take a stab at it?
At what it might mean?
Sure. You want to take a blind stab at it?
That's what it'll be. Fubbing.
It's such a nonsensical word. It just sounds ridiculous.
I'm going to go with a phantom-like snubbing.
Phantom snubbing. Okay, that's
someone
good.
Without them knowing it.
That's good.
Them.
That's good. I like that. Okay. So I knew this was going to be, there are people out there that are probably going to get this. I didn't know that this was even a word until I heard it on the radio last week. It is a real word.
Okay.
Yeah. So I put some options together here.
So you're not conning me. It is real.
It is a real word. I said tonight when we were getting ready for the show, I made a social media post. I said, think of this lexicon as a balderdash without any copyright infringement.
Okay. Well, I've never played that one either. So,
all right. Well, here we go. I'm going to give you some options here. Fubbing. Is it the quirky act of covertly swapping faces with inanimate objects using cutting edge digital technology like the Face Flipper app to scan your face and seamlessly superimpose it onto a nearby object with a face-like shape?
Like a Barbie doll? Because those are just creepy.
That's one option.
Okay.
Or maybe it is a peculiar practice that involves skillfully juggling a variety of bizarre and impractical objects with your feet.
Maybe. I can see it being that.
Maybe. And then lastly, the act of snubbing someone in a social setting by looking at your phone instead of paying attention.
Oh.
Fubbing.
That could work too.
Yeah. Anybody watching tonight? Anybody want to take a guess at it?
If I'm taking my guess based on those, I'm
sure.
going to lock in at 3.
You're going in with number 3?
Yes.
Okay. We'll just wait a few seconds and see if anybody else comes up with anything.
Yeah, that seems like it would be the most logical based on definitioning.
Okay. You take it or leave it. Little bit of insider information. As I was putting this together, I actually went to Chat GPT and I asked Chat GPT to make up some fake definitions of this word for me. So if you're wondering where the fake ones have come from,
the AI, it's taken over.
The funny thing is, when I asked it to make a fake one for me, it actually gave me the real definition. And I said, well, that's the actual definition. And it told me that it was sorry and then made something up.
Oh,
yeah. And then I'm like, well, how about another one? How about another one?
It's a learning computer.
And I just kept asking it until I got, a bunch of them that I liked.
There you go.
All right. Well, if you said that it was the act of snubbing someone in a social setting by looking at your phone instead of paying attention, you are correct.
All right.
In May of 2012, Australia's Macquarie Dictionary. This is a recognized dictionary in a country. Recognized, and the McCann Advertising Agency, they assembled a group of language experts to name a phenomenon that is common in the era of smartphones. They dubbed the phenomenon fubbing as a portmanteau of phone and snubbing, hence fubbing. And a month later, so in June of 2012, the first example of phubbing appeared in a major newspaper. Sorry, let me just flip down here. Yeah. Yeah, appeared in a major newspaper. Oh my Lord, what am I to get ahead of myself here? I hate when I get the numbers in front of me. There we go. Oh, I did it again. Let me try this one more time. Wow, this is a whole night of do-overs. Wow.
You're all good.
Yes, the phenomenon is called phubbing. The first example of phubbing in a major newspaper appeared in a letter to the editor of The Age, published in Melbourne. Phubbing.
Okay.
There you go. What'd you think of that?
Not bad.
So now
I've learned a new term.
Is it worth it each week for me to come up with another nonsensical but real word and
I think so.
Throw some red herring definitions and try and guess which is which?
I think so.
I still think we should try and take a blind shot at it, especially,
Yes.
Because the first time I heard it, I'm like, what did he just say? I didn't hear what it was. And I'm like, did he just say what? I don't know what that is, but it sounds dirty. Phubbing. So there you go.
Go phub yourself.
Yeah, there you go. So that's my big pithy title for this one was lexicon. The idea is to try to con you into picking the wrong one.
Well,
but you got it.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah.
So go phub yourself. The next Fandom Power t-shirt.
Go phub yourself. Yeah, seriously. Let's put our logo on a cell phone or something.
Yeah.
That'll look great. All right, where are we going to next? I guess we should get to
unfortunately,
our
we're going
first,
to a little bit of a sad note here.
Our first news item of the week. I read this one, and it didn't even occur to me that this person was still alive.
Yeah, Sue Johansson.
We lost Sue Johansson.
Beloved Canadian sex educator has died at the age of 93.
Only 93.
Only 93.
Yeah, she was spring chicken.
Yeah. She's been doing this forever, though. Best known for the Sunday night sex show and Talk Sex with Sue Johansson.
I remember her being on the radio.
Yeah, and it'd be 11 o'clock on a Sunday night, and you'd be listening up late on, I believe, AM 640.
I thought she was on Q107 for a while. I could be wrong.
Probably jumped stations a few times anyway.
Did you ever call in?
No.
Do you know anybody who ever called in?
No.
I met a guy that called in.
You did.
I sure did. And it was no names, but the call, they were calling in just to be like,
I did it.
Yeah. And I mean, it was just asking the most ridiculous questions. Because what do you do when you're a teenager talking about sex?
Giggle.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, he had a very interesting conversation with her, and she was deadpan serious, as she always was.
Yeah.
She shot very straight.
Mm-hmm.
And gave no nonsense answers. So
yeah, she did not deliver false information.
Okay. Dr. Ruth Westheimer or Sue Johansson?
I'm going to say Dr. Ruth comes second.
You think so?
Sue Johansson over her. Yeah.
Definitely has a different delivery with Dr. Ruth being a psychologist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Versus Sue, who started as a nurse?
I think so.
As a nurse. I believe she was a registered nurse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sue Johansson, everybody, God rest. And,
yep.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, it doesn't end there.
No.
Because we also lost another.
That's right. That just came out the other day. I saw that.
The Academy Award, Tony Award winning actor has died at 89.
Man, I mean, I'm sure I know I've seen Alan Arkin in a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
But I remember him for more recent roles, and my God, is he ever a funny man?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would have seen him in the Santa Claus 3.
Yes.
Playing father-in-law Claus.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
He won an award for Little Miss Sunshine, the role he had in that.
Sure.
But yeah, he's been in a ton of stuff.
Absolutely.
Also, he played guitar and sang in the short-lived group, and it was called what was it? The Terriers.
The Terriers.
Yeah, they produced the hit top 5 single, the Banana Boat song, in 1957.
Wait. Are we talking
Yeah.
The Banana Boat song, like
Yeah.
6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot
I
punch.
don't think that's that one. That's Deo by Harry Belafonte.
Isn't that the Banana Boat song?
I don't think so.
I'm looking it up.
There's multiple Banana
I'm
Boat
looking
songs.
it up. Who's it? The Terriers?
Yeah,
The my
with an
gosh.
A.
Oh, Terriers with an A. The Terriers. Banana Boat song.
1957.
I'm going to find out. I should have it in a second.
Yes, you should.
Okay, I have no idea.
Nope.
I know we didn't share the audio on that, so
we'll have a couple seconds of silence that we'll have
yeah,
to
seriously, we'll have to throw something in there for.
but it's definitely not that one.
That is not the same song. Okay,
No.
they are not the same.
No, but a loss for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I enjoyed his work.
Yeah. But some good news. This one is from the Snyder, and it reports that
the Schneider.
Yes,
that's an
Bill
interesting.
Skarsgård will return as
Oh.
Pennywise in the prequel series Welcome to Derry for HBO Max.
Really?
Now, I know a lot of people were very upset when they heard that he would not be reprising the role, but they hadn't announced any sort of replacement or anything.
Oh,
leaving
sure,
it up
sure.
in the air. So if this report is correct, it's going to make a lot of people happy.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be worth another road trip.
Yeah, well, they're coming back in August, so
that's right.
Maybe we'll get lucky that time.
What did I just see him in? I just saw him in something else recently.
I am not too sure.
I don't know either, but yeah, and I didn't recognize him because I recognize him in the Pennywise makeup and
but
yeah. Well, that's exciting.
Mm.
Certainly exciting for you, anyway.
Yes,
and for all of you other It fans.
Mm-hmm. Want to talk some toys?
I'm always up to talk toys. Let's talk some
Lots
toys.
of toys.
Sure. Lots of toy news this week. Rod, yes. That's exactly what it was. John Wick 4. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he plays the French guy, the high table guy, the Vicomte or whatever his name is.
Okay. Well, I haven't.
He's a character that is easy to not like. Yeah, if you haven't seen John Wick 4,
I've seen 1 to 3 so far.
So good. We rented it the other night. It was quite good.
Nice. But McFarlane Toys, they've announced 2 new Megafigs. First up, the Anti-Monitor from Crisis on Infinite Earths.
That's pretty groovy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I necessarily like that look, but it's pretty groovy.
Yeah, it's kind of harkening back to his actual comic appearance. So
the first Crisis event.
Yes, the one back in the 80s.
83, 84?
Somewhere in there, yeah. And then the other one is the Justice Buster from Batman Endgame.
Is this a Batman derivative thing?
It is.
It is a Batman
It's basically
thing.
the Batman Hulk Buster. So, McFarlane making another Batman.
The Justice Buster.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even right there in the name.
I know. Slap a little red and gold on there, and
now you gotta
it'll fit right in. Until
now I need to know which one appeared in comics first: Hulkbuster, Justice Buster.
I'm gonna say Hulkbuster because I don't recall seeing the Justice Buster anytime recently.
That's funny.
Yeah,
not funny, but funny.
Yeah. So if you like them big figs, because they are quite nice when you see them in person, and they scale well with his 7-inch line. So,
I mean, take away the bat symbol. And I mean, you've got a great mech suit for another line. I mean, certainly it could be repurposed.
Absolutely. It's not like he's sporting the what is it? The standard ears.
No. Yeah. Well, there's still something
kind
there.
of
Yeah, they're kind of there,
but not really.
No.
Next up, it's Morphin Time.
All right. Oh, I saw this.
Yeah.
This is not. Now, are these Hasbro? Who are these from?
These are from Hasbro Pulse, yes.
They are Hasbro, okay.
6-inch Rangers, and they are coming in inspired by videotape cases.
So have we not had all of these before?
The Lightning Collection has gone through them, yes. So
that's what I mean. So
yeah, I don't know if these are going to be like stripped down quality or something like that, but
are they meant to be?
I'm guessing they might be because the accessories are just like plain white.
Okay, so this
Whereas
is
your
not...
Lightning collection actually has
right. So
to
this,
them.
they almost look like they're homaging the old Bondi
Yes, very
with
much.
the solid fist with the hole, like the hole in them.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah. So these will be
Do you have a price point on those?
what was the price point here? I do not.
I'd just be curious to know, comparatively speaking, where it lands compared to a 6-inch Lightning collection figure.
Yeah, apparently they're going to be exclusively available at Walmart with limited quantities. So,
so in Canada, we won't see them.
probably not.
Walmart exclusives in Canada are not. We're not doing so well.
Yeah, they are available already for Pulse Premium members.
Yeah, which we can't get.
Yeah, so they'll probably go big on the aftermarket, but
yeah,
for a Ranger fan, I mean, it's kind of funny too. They went straight for the heart to like green and white Ranger.
Oh yeah,
as opposed to your yellow.
Yeah. Let's not do
the
just
core
one of
5.
everybody.
No,
we'll give you 2 Tommies
and a Billy and a
Kimberly. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm interested to see what kind of quality they come out at.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is a follow up. This has been
like
teased out.
Third time tease.
They've teased this out 3 different ways now. This one confirms it. We talked about last week that Super 7 had teased a Cat's Lair playset. And in the last over the week or so since we last got together, there was this sort of
silhouette of it.
Yeah, but there was this like online chatter. Is this going to be like ultimate scale, or is this going to be like reaction figure scale?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that that's an ultimate Lion-O sitting there at the controls.
Because I don't think reaction figures been that way.
I mean, knowing that is 7-inch ultimate scale,
this thing is going to be a monster.
They've already made their Snake Mountain playset. Now I don't know anybody who owns it, but
I wish I did.
It's massive. It's bigger than the classics Gray Skull.
Yeah. But they also went back and added a whole bunch of elements from like the
of course,
right? Like the lava fall, the snake head, and
yeah. But this is going to easily come close to the size of Snake Mountain in terms of overall height. Like if this thing is not close to 4 feet tall, I will be surprised.
Yeah,
I'll be very, very surprised. Another one of those. I'd love to own it, but where do you put it?
And on top of that, if it's 4 feet tall, how much is it going to run you?
I'm betting that this is now. I don't know what the Snake Mountain was, but I am betting that this is going to be $700 US.
7 US.
700 US. 1,000 Canadian. That's a wild guess, but that's where I'm putting it.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Well, these will not be 1,000 Canadian. These next ones,
1,000 Canadian. Oh no!
Series 3 of Indiana Jones.
And now that I've seen the movie, I know who everybody is now.
Yeah, yeah. There was questions as to who a couple of these.
Who are these people?
They're just mixing it up. But revealed June 28th at the Hasbro Indiana Jones fan stream.
Sure.
This latest wave, it includes Indiana Jones from the Last Crusade.
Is that it is Last Crusade, Indy. Okay.
The Grail Knight, Henry Jones Sr., finally. Dr. Elsa Schneider.
That's right.
From Last Crusade as well.
Yeah.
And then 2 new ones from the movie Dial of Destiny.
Schmidt and
Ronaldo.
Yeah, I was going to say Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
Although you would never get that looking at that figure.
No, but looking at him now after seeing the movie, it's like, okay, I see the vague resemblance. But
do we know what the build a thing is going to be for this one?
I do not know for sure, but apparently
I'd be interested to know what it's going to be.
Okay, collect all 6 to acquire all the pieces needed to build the Grail table.
See, they're really. So I got to tell you, as a toy guy, I did like the movie. I don't like it enough to want to go out and buy all those action figures.
No,
but I would love the Grail table. I would totally love to have the Grail table. But what am I going to do? I'm going to buy the thing, keep the thing, and then sell the figure. I hate that. I know it's great marketing.
Yeah.
If I ran a toy company, that's exactly how I would do it.
Yeah, you're going to buy all 6 and then.
But as a consumer, man, does that ever cheese me?
Yeah. It's like I'm definitely down for Henry Jones Sr.
Yeah.
Because who wouldn't want a Sean Connery? But
absolutely.
This will be the sixth Indiana Jones
Action figure.
Yeah,
There was
because in the first
two in
wave,
one.
yeah, there's 2 in wave 1.
Yeah, there was Temple of Doom is the one that's out right now,
and in wave 2, there's
Yeah.
3.
Oh,
There is
yeah.
shirtless one.
Oh, that's right,
There
with
is,
the mark on his forehead. That's 4 for sure. This one makes 5, and then there's Old Indy for
Yeah.
6. Yeah, so 6 Indiana Jones.
Ugh. And still no Willie.
No Willie, and no Molaram.
Yeah.
No Molaram, which apparently is persona non grata for the wave. I don't know if it's just considered to. Have we canceled this character
I
or
don't
something? Is pulling a beating heart out of somebody's chest considered too harsh for
We
toys?
stole his Shankara stones, though.
Yeah.
But
all right, the Schmidt looks good though. By the way,
yeah, he does. He
totally
looks
looks
very
like
spot on.
Mads Mikkelsen for sure.
Yeah. But next up, we have this one. Actually, you brought to my attention.
Oh, that's right.
From Hasbro Pulse.
We're getting a Star Wars HasLab. The last Star Wars HasLab, if you will recall, was the Vintage Collection Rancor. No, sorry. Wasn't a Vintage Collection. It was a Black Series.
Yeah.
Black Series scale, 6-inch scale Rancor.
And it didn't go.
Did not get funded.
Which I don't know why.
I don't know either. It really brought up that sort of I guess ultimately it boils down to people just didn't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk around, well, you should have gave better stretch goals, better tiers. Man, I'm a firm believer. You want the thing or you don't. If you are not buying the thing because you're waiting for what the stretch goals are, then you didn't want it to begin with. It's just not your thing.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's fine. But man,
now,
I was very
not
close.
Already release a Rancor for the Black Series?
No, we've had a Rancor in the Vintage Collection. We've had several 3 3/4 Rancors. Never had a 6-inch. The beasts for Star Wars that we've had in Black Series, we've had the Wampa from Empire, we've had a Tauntaun, and the Dewback. I believe that is it for beasts. And then we've had one oversized droid and the Viper probe droid, and a couple of vehicles, small vehicles, and the Snowspeeder.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is all that they teased, though. This is the only thing they put out. And sure enough, it's in Aurebesh. And if we don't already translate enough of that as it is, you knew that we couldn't just sit with that. So we do have a translation. It says, ship diagnostics complete. Laser cannon turrets ready. Forward cannons ready. Rear cannons ready. So it's a starship of some sort.
Narrows it down a little.
The online chatter kind of says maybe the Ghost, but then it doesn't technically jive with what they're saying because the Ghost doesn't have rear cannons. Any rear facing guns on the Ghost are the shuttle that's stuck in the back.
What?
So
if it's the Bad Batch ship. The Havoc.
Well, do they have a turret? I guess
they have a rear gun.
They do, and it is sort of like a tail gunner, like in a World War II bomber, but like, why would you list laser cannon turrets, plural turrets, and rear cannons? I personally think it's going to be some kind of vintage collection because that's the scale for world building and stuff like that. But I don't have a clue as to what ship this is going to be. I'm certainly excited to see what it is. Won't be buying it though. As a 6-inch collector, will not be buying it.
Space is a thing.
But good to see that Hasbro is still wanting to do HasLab stuff for Star Wars. By the way, Star Wars team, look at what the G.I. Joe guys are doing and use some of that marketing sense because my God, the Joe guys are killing it.
Yep.
And
speaking of G.I. Joe.
Oh, yeah.
They are crossing over with Transformers again.
Again.
And
it's another blah, blah, blah.
Oh, not a fan of this one?
So, one, I'm a fan of Soundwave.
Yeah.
2, I am a fan of the Dreadnoks and the Thunder Machine. I am not a fan of these two together.
Smash up.
This should go together.
It should.
This should go together like bread and butter. And every Transformer G.I. Joe crossover so far has been a dud, in my opinion. the His Tank Megatron,
Mhm.
it's like, oh, Megatron dressed up as a His Tank for Halloween. It's literally like, and I've said this before, Transformers always has one mode that is better than the other.
Yes.
It's usually robot mode, but no. The His Tank Megatron is a great looking His Tank, and it looks like Megatron is wearing a His Tank for a backpack when you transform him into robot mode. It's awful.
Oh.
Then they did the Ostriker, the Dune Buggy. They did the Ostriker crossover with Bumblebee, and I don't like why that
Missed
character
opportunity.
Why they did not cross that over with Beachcomber, because kids know who Bumblebee is, and only G1 hardcore fans like me know who Beachcomber is. But like, totally missed opportunity. But you're putting these together with 3 3/4 O-ring GI Joes, so of course it's aimed at old dudes like me. It should have been Beachcomber. Well, here we are. We've got the Thunder Machine, which the only thing I can see, the only commonality is that they're both blue. Do you know what I mean? Like, Soundwave communications expert, Dreadnoks, like
Chaos Bringers,
like terrorists for hire,
redneck terrorists.
Yeah. I don't get the
mashing.
Not really. And again, I have to say the Thunder Machine mode looks the better of the two.
It looks like your standard issue Thunder Machine.
It does. It does. It pretty much does look like. Mind you, it looks a little more robust in the that roll cage on the front. I don't know what you call that. The bush bar.
Yeah.
The bush bar. Yeah.
So,
all right, I'm not going to rant anymore because.
Yeah. But who knows? This will be for somebody.
Yeah. Just not me.
And apparently, it does feature accurate scale to the original Dreadnought Thunder Machine toy.
Well, that's it. But they've been coming with these 3 3/4 O-ring figures. So, I mean, the His Tank Megatron came with what, the Baroness?
I think so. Yeah.
And she fits in the cockpit. So
yeah.
What they should be doing, you want to do a really cool Transformer, like, this is just off the top of my head. Remember Dark of the Moon Jetfire?
Yes.
Dark of the Moon Jetfire was an SR-71 Blackbird. Why don't you do him with the Night Raven? Do you know what I mean? Like, do stuff that makes sense. Like, this doesn't make sense to me.
Well, maybe he just turns into their radio.
Soundwave is just he's the radio.
That's
but if there's a sticker on the dashboard that is that his
like, cassette player, not even a CD player, just a cassette player.
That'd be hilarious.
But there's also a new Black Series.
Oh, okay, all right. Back to Star Wars. Oh yes,
coming out of the Kenobi show.
Oh, I saw that Vader and I'm like, I don't need another Vader. Oh, I might need this Vader.
This one's pretty slick. This is the End Duel Vader.
That split helmet
where he screams at Obi-Wan.
Gosh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the whole you didn't fail him.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah. And then we've got this other clone Commander Oppo. So, did we figure out who Oppo is? Is he part of the
not?
Is he part of a flashback?
I'm thinking so. I think he's probably part of the 501st flashback
going into the temple.
Yeah.
As opposed to the clone helper, war veteran.
Yeah.
Hey, we got our first comment coming in from Red tonight over on YouTube, who says crossover stuff tends to fall in the category of bad fan fiction. There are exceptions, but not many. I own a couple of them, and they are, again, there is a market for this stuff.
Yeah.
Those G.I. Joe crossovers will be for somebody.
Yeah.
They're just not for me.
No. And they don't have to be for everyone.
Like I said, I was one of, two people that bought Maverick, the Transformer Maverick.
Maverick's your jam.
Nobody, so. Yeah, exactly. And let's not be wrong about this or make any misconceptions. The quality of plastic on that figure is abysmal. It is awful. The paint job is gross. But it's an F-14 Tomcat that's got Maverick's helmet on it, and that just did something for me.
It spoke to you.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, so new Vader and clone Commander Oppo. Now, do I need another clone? I've got so many clones. Do I have a 501st?
I don't know. This would be a different paint app for him, though, wouldn't it?
I do have a Phase 3, the Phase 3 501st clone. So technically, I don't need this one.
But
when I see it in hand, will I change my mind? I don't
You
know.
might.
I don't know. But that Vader
Is,
works so well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would go great on your Rebels shelf if you're wanting to, because he had the same thing when he fought Ahsoka. By the way, that's coming up in our Road to Ahsoka review series. But it's the other side of the helmet.
Yeah.
So very cool.
So that's toys for now.
For now. Oh, I thought you were going to say for this week.
But next up, Tron 3. I know you're a fan.
I have been a champion for this from the beginning. Now, when you say the name Jared Leto, I kind of go because I'm not a big fan. I don't like his Joker.
No.
Morbius was, but it is Tron, and I'm willing to give it a chance, even though this is not a direct continuation of Tron Legacy. No, sadly, it is not. So apparently, from what I've read, the scuttlebutt surrounding this one is that it's going to be a program that gets out as opposed to a human that gets in. So that could be interesting.
So it's the Matrix Part 2.
Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah. But we've got some casting news that Quicksilver himself, Evan Peters, is attached,
joining the franchise.
So that's interesting. I like Evan Peters. I think he's pretty good. He does he certainly does comedy pretty well. He's got the comedic timing anyway. I don't know.
He's got the evil side of stuff down too. I guess.
That's true. Yeah,
he played Dahmer in the
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. So that's a bit of a switch from Quicksilver.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you a Tron fan?
On and off. I'll watch it. But
sure. Did you watch the animated series?
I did not.
Oh, it's good. It's really good. It's kind of it actually picks up. How do I say this? If you're a fan of Tron Legacy, which by the way is one of those movies that I think it gets better with age. We see at the end of the movie that the Rinsler character, Evil Tron, who's been corrupted, when he's like sinking in the water, his lights change back to blue. But we think like, oh, it leaves that. Is he dead? Is he not dead? Well, the animated series picks up, and Tron is alive, but he's not well. He's not
redeemed.
He can't be repaired. He can't be uncorrupted to the point where he can be Tron again. So he trains a new program to be Tron. Oh, it's really good. It's really good. Yeah,
cool.
It was a Disney XD show.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's on Disney Plus.
It probably is. They've got some good stuff.
They do. I'd be interested to see if this is going to be a. Hopefully, this gets a theatrical. Goes to theaters.
Not going there.
That's a good question. Doesn't the lady program get out at the end of Tron Legacy? Yes. Sam Flynn gets her out. She's a Sprite, I think she is. Call her a Sprite, I think. She does get out. But again, apparently this new movie, Tron 3, with Jared Leto attached, will have no continuity with. Yeah. So how they handle that, I mean, you can't ignore
you shouldn't
Flynn and Flynn's Arcade. I mean, if you're gonna go the other way, I suppose maybe you can, but yes, she did get out, and I can't remember her name. But yes.
For fans of Mandalorian,
like that's us.
The gallery episode is now.
Oh, it's fantastic! It's great.
I have not seen it yet, so
I watched it. It's good.
Nice.
I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, so I am looking forward to watching that and seeing all the behind the scenes stuff.
Totally worth watching. It's like what, like
an hour long or so.
Yeah. Red says, "Is that not her in the art?" Yes, that is her. That art wasn't official, was it?
I don't think that.
Yeah, I think that's.
It was just eye catchy.
Yeah, it definitely is that. Yeah, we haven't had anything official in terms of marketing materials. It's just early, like, oh, hey, by the way, that Tron movie that's been in development hell is finally going ahead now. And that's where we're at.
Yeah. Next up, this one was brought to our attention by Hank.
Oh, yeah.
turns out Michelle Ang has shared a crew gift that signals maybe she has finished up her recording for season 3.
Recording for season 3. Now, we chewed on this a little bit at first because Hank was like, "Oh, is Omega getting a new helmet?" And looking at it closer, I think we can say with fair certainty that is Hunter's helmet.
Pretty close, yeah.
Now,
unless she's getting like a miniaturized version of it.
Well, or is she just going to start wearing it because something bad's going to happen?
I don't know.
There's a reason why we don't see these characters ever again, in future eras. I know that. Well, I think
it's up to Dave Filoni when we're going to see them all.
Absolutely. No, you're right.
That'll be the swerve. The Bad Batch will show up in Ahsoka.
Do you think? Wouldn't that be something?
Except Omega.
We don't need them all. We just need Rex.
Yeah,
you just need Rex. But yeah, that's we looked at the picture pretty closely. Pretty sure it's a 3D printed.
It looks.
Yeah, and I mean, it could just be hey, this is a cool thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, as Star Wars fans, we tend to project a lot of stuff onto things, and I don't want to overdo it in this case and say, oh my God, Omega's going to get armor and she's going to be the new Hunter.
She's been slowly upgrading,
but I'm not going to say that either.
Right.
Because I'm the biggest convert around. I did not want the Bad Batch, and after the first season, I was hooked. So now I do want her to be all that and a bag of chips.
After the finale of season 2, we definitely need season 3.
Yeah.
Can't leave us hanging like that.
Third and final season, by the way. Final season at that. It's going to have to be action-packed to resolve or set up what we know is going to come.
Yeah. But first 2 seasons are currently available on Disney Plus, so go get caught up and then check out our review series for all the other stuff.
Yeah, well, the first one is only audio, isn't it?
I think it might be.
I think the first season, our first season of Fan Batch is audio only. Season 2 is
definitely
video.
Full.
Yeah.
But James Gunn has chosen his new Superman.
Oh boy, you didn't include that meme, did you?
I might have included it at the end.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I had no idea that you were doing that.
It was a last minute thing. I was like, you know what? I should probably put this in here. But
okay,
so we'll get to that part later. But Superman Legacy has casted David Corenswet.
Corin
Sweat?
Not corn sweat.
Not corn sweat.
Does your corn sweat?
No, it pops.
Corn sweat.
And Rachel Brosnahan. Apologize for that pronunciation.
Brosnahan.
As Clark Kent and Lois Lane, respectively.
I saw an interesting thing the other day. Now, they are, as far as the pairings of Superman and Lois go, as far as on-screen duos, they have the biggest height disparity of any Lois and Clark in cinematic history. With, I think, David comes in at 6'4", so he's right around Christopher Reeve's height, and she comes in at like 5'3". So they're like 13 inches apart. That's going to be a really interesting dynamic there. What's Red saying? Oh, I think that 3 seasons of a good show is the perfect amount. Not dragging on too long, but long enough to tell a good story. If it's good, I never want the thing to end. Exactly. I feel like more time with good characters is just more time with good characters.
Yeah.
That's just me. But yeah, I get it. At some point it gets old, and
yeah, they do start going through the motions and
put them out of their misery before
the actors start getting bored with the roles.
Yeah.
Rod is also saying here.
Rod says, as much as I like Henry Cavill, I'm hopeful for the new Superman and Lois. It could be good.
Yeah.
Totally agree. I've always been for poetic license.
Yeah.
Absolutely for poetic license. And if these actors are good, I mean, if the story is good and they can act, then it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Oh, follow-up comment. Sounds like Lois will have to break out the high heels. Absolutely.
And it's a James Gunn thing, so you know it's going to have a banging soundtrack.
Yeah.
That's the first thing he always finishes.
As long as it's not, I don't want my Superman to be
Peacemaker.
Right. I don't want there to be camp and that much comedy. You know, there's a reason why Superman is Superman, and as much as people really, you know, ragged on Superman Returns for the savior thing, that's Superman.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he's Superman.
So let's keep on the Superman.
Oh, sticking with
for a
Superman.
second here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's talk about the season finale of Superman and Lois, because
Which I'm
invested in this.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't even know where to watch it now.
It's a CW, so it's over on there.
Do we get it on any streamers in Canada?
I think so. I think CTV might actually stream it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, big payoff for a thing going back to the beginning of season 2.
Okay.
When the green-clad suited dude came barreling through the mines, and popped out looking very Doomsday-ish, only to have it turn out to be Bizarro. Well, Bizarro got killed at the end of season 2.
Okay.
And beginning of this season, his body actually gets taken by the main villain. What's his name?
Lex?
No, Lex. That's a whole other thing.
Okay.
Bruno Mannheim.
Oh, okay.
And he starts experimenting on the body, trying to like cure all sorts of diseases and whatnot. Well, through this, it kind of twists up the Bizarro. And by the time Lex Luthor gets a hold of him, it basically goes into the origin of Doomsday.
Oh, really?
So he just like, you know, let me kill you and make you stronger, because every time you die, you come back better. So the episode basically just revolves around Lex killing and killing and killing. Okay. And finally you get the reveal, and then we're like, you know, 4 minutes into the fight and episode done.
Yeah, you and I watched the clip the other night, because I haven't been following the show, but we caught a clip of it on YouTube, and it was very impressive.
Yeah,
I mean, for TV budget,
for TV budget, not bad.
It looks pretty good.
Rod says there needs to be a level of heroic purity to Superman.
Absolutely agree, 100%.
And really, like, this show has kind of delivered that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I know. I do hear stuff online that Tyler Hoechlin's Superman is fairly well regarded.
It is, like, he's balancing the hero and the dad thing, plus the family and all the other stuff that they have to go through.
Sure,
and he's doing well.
Yeah,
like, I was skeptical at first when he first came on the Supergirl scene way back when.
I liked him there too. I did not like the suit option, the cape, the metal bar attachment points. I thought that was kind of goofy, but they've definitely corrected that in his own. Yeah.
So luckily it has been picked up for season 4. So we will.
Well, that's good, because Rod was saying up here, yes, Tyler has done a really good job. And didn't they cancel the show after that? So we may never know.
Apparently this one has got one.
Has been picked up. Okay. So we're getting
this is like one of the holdouts of the Arrowverse.
It's the last, but it's not in the Arrowverse.
It started in the Arrowverse, but very quickly, when it became its own thing,
they made a point to say that this Superman and Lois is not the Superman and Lois you know from the Arrowverse. Yeah. It's just the same actors.
Yeah.
Because the kid was older.
Yeah, it's like the kids are now teenagers. They're 15, 16 years old. So, but yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, give it a watch. It's definitely worth it.
Well, I like Superman, so I will make a point to go and find it.
And for Futurama fans, Futurama is coming back hard.
I did see the
trailer for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And if the trailer gives you any insight to what the show is going to be like, it's going to be awesome.
Yep.
Like the first gag from the people who brought you Futurama, bring you more Futurama. And there's like little,
you know what you're in for.
Yes. There's little things littered all through the trailer. Like, they say, all right, it's moving day. And they go to move to their new place. And you can see in the trailer, they moved to Fulu. So they're moving to Hulu, but
that's funny.
Yeah.
Of course, here in Canada, we'll probably get it on Disney Plus.
Maybe. Yeah.
I believe they're owned by the same company.
Probably.
Yeah.
We'll follow up one for the Superman.
Oh, great news. It has been the best show in a long time. Oh, good.
Yeah. But, original cast is all returned for Futurama, so
that was no
worries there.
That was a whole thing in itself.
John DiMaggio was the last holdout. And Bender just wouldn't be Bender if it wasn't him, right?
The show wouldn't be without him. Yeah, of course not.
So good news there, but it comes out July 24th. So
yeah.
Not that long to wait for it.
Boy, this next one has me excited. Now, I was just like just made aware of this not very long ago, but now the marketing for it is starting to ramp up, and of course, it's if you're a fan of Zack Snyder, which I am.
Well, here you go.
We're getting this latest issue of Empire magazine is devoted to Zack's new science fiction project. It's called Rebel Moon. And if you think it sounds or looks familiar, it's because it probably does. This was an idea that Zack had right around the time he was doing Man of Steel, prior to the sale of Lucasfilm over to Disney. He pitched this as a Star Wars movie, and it was turned down. So he decided to develop it on his own, and it is a Netflix. I think it's a Netflix original.
I believe so.
But I've read a couple of the snippets from the article, and it's apparently going to be a multimedia project. So there's at least 2, if not 3 movies in the works for this.
Okay.
And yeah, it's coming out here later this fall, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's got an all-star cast.
Mm-hmm.
We've got, oh my God.
Where is it here?
Yeah, just find it in notes.
Sophia Botella
That's
as
right.
Cora. Charlie Hunman as Kai.
Jimon Honshu
as General Titus.
And Duna Bai as Nemesis Android Jimmy, voiced by Anthony Hopkins. Oh,
that'd be an interesting take, because usually, like, he does well on his own, right?
Yeah.
It'd be weird to see him in a voice role.
Fighting the big evil empire, essentially, as they call it. Yeah.
The Imperium.
The Imperium, yeah. So knowing that this may have begun life as a potential Star Wars project, of course I'm going to watch it.
Be some similarities.
I will be looking at it through that lens, of course. How would this have worked as a Star Wars movie? Maybe it's so far removed from that now that it won't resemble anything from Star Wars, but just knowing that, you know, the genesis of this was that's
where it started.
Yeah.
But like, based on these first look photos from Vanity Fair,
sure,
it's looking more like apocalypse type thing than a Star Wars.
Well, I look at this and I'm like, isn't that kind of what we're getting out of Andor right now? Like this
bit.
early rebel kind of stuff.
Yeah. But
it looks cool.
To be
it
full
looks
of action,
super cool.
And
I mean, you know, yeah, it might be a direct to Netflix thing, but I mean, Netflix has shown that they are willing to invest in properties.
Yeah.
Having just watched Extraction 2, they spent all kinds of money on that. So I expect they'll spend money on this as well.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Star Wars?
Maybe. Because we're getting, what is it here? Farm Girl Luke.
Farm Girl Luke. Nice. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm not definitely worth a watch. I'm excited. I mean, when's the last time like a really cool like sci-fi property, not including Dune? Dune's not new. The new movie's coming out, but Dune is not new.
Yeah.
It's a very old idea.
But old ideas coming back around.
Well, that's okay. There's only seven plot lines in Hollywood, so
that's right.
And this is just one of them.
True. This next one here, the Batman Forever Schumacher cut has been reviewed.
Right. So I saw the post, yesterday, or was it this morning I sent it over?
Yesterday, I believe.
Late yesterday or early this morning I saw it. It has been screened and it has been reviewed.
Yep.
So yeah, the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever, reviewed by the Epic Film Guys podcast. And
made available to them through Kevin Smith.
Yeah, who has also seen it
and also reviewed it.
And what did he say? What did he say? He's like, it's longer.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was I can't say anything else about it, or if that was just his way of saying it's longer. Red, good point. Give me my Starship Troopers a reboot.
Does it need a reboot? It holds up really well.
It does. If you've read the book, then you would know that the biggest glaring omission is the mech suits, which they kind of go back to in like Starship Trooper Chronicles, like Roughnecks. the TV series, and also in some of there's a direct to home video movie that features oh my god, what's his name? The guy that played Johnny Rico. Casper Van Dien.
Yes.
He actually comes back voicing Johnny Rico, and it's more
in tune with the book.
Yeah, it's a little bit visually speaking, it sort of pays a little bit more homage to the book. Yeah. God bless Kevin Smith. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to check this out?
I'm probably going to check it out. Yeah. I'm curious to see.
I am as well.
What the difference is.
I am as well.
I'd be more interested to see the full thing myself, but
wow. How long is it before?
I don't think Kevin will send it to me.
How long is it going to be before
it's
gets
out there? Yeah, true.
Yeah.
This next one, I'm kind of laughing at this because I could have used this like 5 years ago.
Well, funny, I saw this come up and I actually thought of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Fan Expo Canada has put out some marketing, and they're basically saying the Daily Bugle is looking for a photographer.
That's cool.
And then they're like, wait, Peter Parker already has that job, but we're looking for photographers to
we're looking
capture Fan Expo. And, for people like me, I was doing that anyway.
Yeah.
But apparently they've got like different set lists they want captured, as well as other random stuff. So if you're a photographer and you're going there anyway, you might as well apply.
Did you apply?
I did not.
You did not. Okay. Funny, I recognize some of these photos.
Yeah, everything here is from 2019.
I was going to say, I recognize some of these people.
Yeah, one of our viewers might even be in there tonight. Maybe.
I recognize the Cybertronic spree.
Yeah, I ran into it. Was just wandering through, and I'm like, hey.
Yeah. And guy with the kingpin,
Dr. Stevel.
Yeah, Dr. Stevel. We've seen him at many conventions.
Many stuff.
Yeah.
And we've got Todd McFarlane and Mirka Andolfo and
right.
Bowsette and my daughter there with Lucy Christian.
Yeah, cool. Always better to get paid to do a convention. Yeah, really.
True. But yeah, you can go to the fanexpohq.formstack.com and find the form there if you want to sign up.
Cool.
This one here. If you have not seen anything from Allie the Piper yet,
you mentioned this the other day.
Do yourself a favor and go check her out. She plays the bagpipes, and she has recently hooked up with Mia Asano, who is an electric violin player.
Yeah.
And they have been touring around. They're gaining a ton of popularity. They just launched their own like duo site.
Oh, that's cool.
MiaXAllie.com.
Yeah.
And they're fantastic. But on, I can't remember if it was on Twitter or which social platform, but somebody decided to troll her saying bagpipes don't belong in Metallica. James would not approve.
Oh, that's awful.
It is awful. But a few minutes later, Metallica actually replied back to her and said, this guy does not speak on our behalf. You're awesome.
It's funny looking at this. It's like a 5-minute.
Yeah. So they were like right on top of it.
That's awesome.
So how cool is that when Metallica just comes out and says, no, you're good.
Hey, we're Metallica. And we say that's okay.
Yeah. Because really, they are fantastic.
Anybody who says that bagpipes don't belong, anybody who says any instrument doesn't belong, like, have you not listened to any music?
Yeah.
What did I say to you?
Go back to your AC/DC.
I was going to say,
Scott.
Bon Scott. There's footage of Bon Scott playing bagpipes on Long Way to the Top.
Yeah.
The rock and roll bagpipe is alive and well.
Yeah. I
absolutely.
mean, how many times has the bagpipe shown up in Korn?
That's right.
And then what was the other one there? The metal cover of The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Oh, sure.
So violin there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, do yourself a favor. Go check these guys out.
Red says, bagpipes are the most metal of the woodwinds after all.
I would agree.
They're out there, that's for sure.
Yep. This next one here.
Oh, you told me about this.
This is
is cool.
Yeah. From Luna Moon Gothic. we got some actual footage of the Beetlejuice sets as they progress to get built.
Just want to say thanks to Luna Moon Gothic for giving us permission to use their footage. This is awesome.
So let's take a look at that now.
I'm seeing it for the first time.
Hey guys, so we went to East Corinth where they're starting production for Beetlejuice, and if you see behind me, that's the Maitland hardware store. And then we're gonna go here and see that little white house back there? That would be the Dietz's house right there, which is cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn the camera this way, and they're building the bridge. So this is a really cool, cool experience, and I'm here for 2 weeks.
I gotta say, she did ask the right questions. Barbara and what was Baldwin's name? You know what I'm talking about.
Adam.
Yeah. Barbara and Adam. Will they be back?
I don't know.
We could maybe have to recast him.
Maybe.
Simon Wu-Tang Swordsman Barry is the original cast coming back for Beetlejuice.
Well, Michael Keaton is
Michael Keaton confirmed, and
Lydia
Winona Ryder. We've already seen footage. We had a clip of her, or we had a photo of her. It was a couple weeks ago.
I think so. Inspecting the set in
in costume.
Yeah,
complete with hair, and looked like she was wearing a veil. So yes, at least some.
Catherine O'Hara, I believe, is also back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're right.
And then new addition Jenna Ortega.
That's right. Oh, that was last week.
Yeah.
We talked about it last week. Jesus.
Yeah.
When one show blends into another.
Well, it'll be fun. It's not Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian, so.
Oh, wait. No, you're right. I was looking at the headline there, talking about follow-ups.
Yeah, this is a follow-up.
Here's the follow-up to the follow-up.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the hunt is over.
A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about the Magic the Gathering, the Lord of the Rings set of cards that was coming out. If you didn't see that episode, it's just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. We also covered like the most expensive
trading card ever sold at what, $16 million or something.
Somewhere in there, and it was like a Mickey Mantle.
Oh, the Mickey Mantle rookie. Yeah. A bounty. A bounty has been put out for this card. It was $1 million bounty. While if the one English printed language One Ring card has been found.
Yep. It has been found. It has been graded, and the bounty has increased to $2 million.
Yeah. So the company that offered to buy it for $1 million instantly said, "We'll give you $2 million."
Yeah.
The owner has chosen to remain anonymous.
So far, yes.
Yeah. There was some interesting sort of chatter about why it was only graded a 9. But according to the PSA, the guys who do the grading, they said that a 9 is actually a good score,
it's the
and that
highest score you can get.
Right. That anything, the difference between a 9 and a 10 comes down to factors that the owner of the card would have no control over,
like printing or alignment, registration,
those kinds of
color
things.
Saturation.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a 1 of 1, as we already talked about. So,
Red Swenson here.
How many more creepy goth girls are there left for Jenna Ortega to play?
Dude, there's so many they can play.
Yeah. Oh, Simon, that's amazing. I'm glad Winona's back with Keaton. She and Princess Leia was my first crush. Oh. So many of our first crushes, actually. Yeah.
Read one more time.
Oh, the One Ring is only rated mint condition, not perfect. LOL. Yeah. I'm sure that whoever was buying that set was doing the whole, I'm going to open it with the gloves on. I'm going to not handle anything. Whatever.
I love how the news media, though, is like, well, you can rest easy because some cheesy fingered little kid didn't open it. Of course they didn't open it. It was a $500 pack of cards.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no chance in hell a kid was getting anywhere near this.
If you can afford to spend, now, who should I shouldn't say that. I should not stereotype if who can afford to spend $500 in a hobby. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, but you're not out there buying like 5 packs just
no,
to test.
I'm not buying. So I don't like blind anything.
Yeah.
I hate it. I want to know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one doesn't ring for me. It doesn't make sense. But
I mean, if you were playing Magic the Gathering and you wanted like the ultimate cards to win,
the card that you could never play in a sanctioned event. But good for you, whoever you are, one ring person. Yeah, really.
Sell it now. Set
up your future. Or hang on to it for a while. No, sell it now while the market's still hot, because when they reprint this thing in 20 years, suddenly it's not worth it anymore. What a Wonka moment if a 10-year-old had opened the One Ring.
Still would be a Wonka moment for anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody was chasing it. And I mean, sadly now, these cards are going to drop off like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
The hunt is done, so why bother?
So... You know what though? I mean, that set, Lord of the Rings fans, I'm sure there are people out there that they'll buy them anyway.
Yeah. But no chance of completing it with that one card.
Well,
unless
they did say English language. Now the question is, in all the markets that Magic is in, are they printing a One Ring card for every language that they produce in?
Maybe.
Is there going to be a French card, a German card, a Russian card, a Japanese card, like
a Mexican knockoff?
It's probably already. We could make our own cards right now with this image,
dude. The one that they posted on the promo art. How many times has that already been duped?
Yeah, I'm going to proxy this card.
Look, I got the real one. How much you want for it?
I got the One Ring card. Can I play it?
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, so the card has been found.
Congratulations to whoever pulled it, though. I'm sure that's going to be.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah. What's Red saying? He says, given that the majority of the card is in Elvish.
The only English part is like the copyright stuff at the bottom. Next up here, we have a changing of the guard, I guess, if you will.
Okay. Oh, wow.
BioWare has announced that Studio Broadsword will now undertake active development of the long-running MMO Star Wars: The Old Republic.
My gosh. And then I think the first thing we mentioned this, and Hank was like, people still play that?
Yeah, it's like the longest running one going.
Arguably World of Warcraft is
it's probably older.
It's definitely older.
Yeah.
For sure it is. But yeah, I never played The Old Republic.
No.
I never played it. And I mean, I'm sure it's good. But yeah, do we know anything about Broadsword?
No, actually looking for them online today, I was very stressed out trying to find any presence of them. But when I finally did find them,
okay.
They have no specific brand.
Yeah.
They're just kind of dipping their toes in everything. So
they're, is this like some mobile game company that's like, we're going to step it up now?
Online games.
Mobile games are online.
True.
It's not bad, actually. It's a nice break from World of Warcraft for me every few months. Okay, good to know. Good to know. In other video game news, Wes bought a next generation console this week.
So Wes is going to play that Star Wars game.
Finally. Oh, after racking my brain, will I, won't I? I thought, I'm almost 50. Am I done with video games? And then I'm like, no, I'm really not. I'm really not. I don't play a lot, but there are still things I want to play. And, if now we're at the 3-year point, we're virtually at the 3-year point for both major AAA consoles.
Yeah.
I, stuck my head in some online forums and reading like in 2023, which one is the way to go. And it really just boils down to what games do you want to play? And so at the height of this major lawsuit, I went and bought the new Xbox Series X.
Major lawsuit.
Yeah, man. They're trying to lay an injunction on Microsoft to prevent the acquisition of Activision.
Oh,
Yeah. Microsoft already owns Bethesda, which means they get like some killer big open world RPG stuff from Bethesda, which is like your Skyrims.
yeah.
But if they get Activision,
Then they get Mortal Kombat.
they get Blizzard.
Ooh.
Right? So it's Activision Blizzard. And it's a whole argument about exclusivity and what it's going to do for market share. And of course, both the major players, Sony and Microsoft, are both using language to minimize their impact on the industry so much that Microsoft actually came out and said that they have admitted to losing the console war all the way back to the original Xbox, which was probably true for the original Xbox. Not for Xbox 360 though. Oh my god. They did really well with Xbox 360. Yeah. I don't believe that Microsoft has lost anything. They're just trying to
smooth things.
They just want a federal judge to look at them favorably, so they're using suggestive language. But it was stressful making that choice. I considered flipping back to Sony. I mean, at what, $600 a console?
Yeah,
it's not like you're just gonna. I'm just gonna go get both of them.
Okay, Sheldon.
Well, spec wise, the Series X technically on paper has better specs. And in terms of exclusivity, there aren't really any exclusive AAA games on Sony that I am like absolutely have to play. So, fingers crossed, anything that was exclusive this year, this generation will open up as we go. But like I said, we're year 3 for both of these consoles. They're talking next gen consoles for 2028. So it's like, if I was going to do it, now or never.
True.
And I did.
Red saying,
actually, Sony does way better in foreign markets. 360 was only top in North America briefly. Interesting to know.
So now's the time in the show. You want to call in and be part of it? You got some news for us?
Oh yeah. Is this the time where anybody wants to have their say?
Now's the time.
Yeah, get in on it while we're still going, because where are we at here? Oh my god, are we right at the end?
We're pretty much at the end.
Oh no, we're already at the end. What? It's almost over?
Almost over for another week.
Oh. You should put that up because it's hilarious.
It is. It's funny. I laughed at it. And yeah.
I'm still laughing at it. When you want Henry Cavill, but mom says we have Henry Cavill at home.
And apparently he has recognized that he does bear a resemblance to a smaller.
Well, he does. So. Are you watching The Witcher?
I am not.
So we just watched the first. They've split the season into 2 volumes. We just watched volume 1 of season 3. It's
not the same vibe. Or?
It's pretty weak for me. It's not. I'm really having a hard time
adjusting to a Cavill-less Witcher.
Well, no. It's still Henry Cavill in season 3.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Okay.
Liam Hemsworth is not taking over till season 4.
Okay.
But man, it's just I'm having a hard time. Like, it's really not holding my interest very well. Oh, there's a good question. Red's got a question about San Diego Comic-Con. 2 weeks to SDCC and thoughts on the strike.
Well, the deadline has come and gone. So if what we had last week is still the thing.
We talked about that. No studios are going to have a major presence.
Like they gave them till the 30th of June to get their stuff together. And if by then they were pulling out.
So we're talking like no big Hall H panels.
No.
Hey,
HBO,
maybe that'll open Hall H to some smaller organizations that could use a bigger boost, right? So I wouldn't say that there won't be anything going on in Hall H, but with the big studios not being there, this is a good opportunity for
some independent folks.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, that being said, if they're unionized writers, then they can't do anything. So, and of course, with the Screen Actors Guild, they were set to follow suit. I don't know if they did. Do you?
I don't know if they've.
I don't know if they did their strike.
But I know NBC was holding out to see what was going to happen for the rest. So
nobody wants to be the first one to go. Okay, we'll go.
Yeah.
They don't want to get that. Oh, you're going to go. Okay, well now we don't.
We're definitely not going.
They're going to cancel us now.
Yeah.
Hey, we could go. Could we fill Hall H?
I don't know.
If we get Hank, the 3 of us go down there, we'll do a live show in Hall H. I couldn't afford the plane ticket.
No.
Or the lodgings.
We'll just stay in the hall.
That's right.
It's big enough, right? sleep under the tables.
Yeah, really. I don't know. We talked a bit about it last week with the studios not going. I kind of hope that maybe that Comic-Con will
kind of
find its roots again.
Yeah,
and maybe
gives it
go
a
back
chance.
to, I don't know, comic books.
More comic centric.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has certainly become this big multimedia event show, and it's an event. So it's hard. It's Comic-Con, but it's really media blitz con.
Yeah.
So yeah, who knows?
Yep.
Well, I guess that about does it for this week. But before we go,
yeah, we got our last segment of the night.
Regular segment. Andy's out there in the aisles hunting for all of us, so you can save a buck or two. It's toy hunting at Dollarama. What do you got this week, Andy?
This week we got some good stuff coming in. Zulu Toy Brand Minis are showing up again for $5.
Oh, that's cool.
These regularly retail from anywhere between $9.95 and $29.95.
Oh, wow.
Depending where you buy them. But the toy ones especially scale really nice with your 6-inch action figure.
Oh, they do.
So you can go and they're name branded, right? So you're gonna get anything from SpongeBob to Nerf.
Okay, that's cool.
And
these are blind.
These are blind. There's 5 per pack. But
I so don't like that.
I know. But you never know what you're gonna get. You might get a rare one. But anyway,
that's cool.
Even if you're just collecting them for the minis, they're still my wife likes them. So
that's cool.
And then the other one to pop up here is Hatchimals Collectibles.
Yeah,
these were super hot a couple years ago, and they're popping up at Dollarama's again for around $5. And regular retail right now on Amazon can go anywhere from $21.99 and to a ridiculous third-party seller selling them for $108. Again, you only know one of them. The other ones are blind.
Okay, yeah.
But
I mean, if you see one and that's enough to get you
in on
pull
it,
the trigger on it, yeah.
Yeah, but for $5, you're saving big time.
I guess. Wow. Wow, that's been crazy. It's been a crazy week this week.
So that's what we got.
Yeah, that's it for this week. Hopefully you guys had a good time just hanging out, shooting the breeze. I feel like my energy was down this week. I don't know. Maybe it's the heat and the renovation, and we came to a conclusion though. I had been sort of talking about the fate of the show while we are renovating my home, and we came to the conclusion that the floor in this room, which was the big issue throughout the house, that the floor in here is okay. We don't need to replace the floor in here, so we are not going to tear this room apart. So
cool.
Show should go on without any bumps. And as things get going, it'll actually get better as I can get stuff. Fortunately, a lot of it you can't see, but man, it's tight quarters in here right now, and I'd like to get that cleaned out. So that's coming in the future.
Soon.
But Sunday, we're back to Road to Ahsoka, Part 7, as we dive into Star Wars Rebels for the next couple of weeks. And then it's the live action stuff from The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, both of which we reviewed much more recently, but still nice to go back and look at those again.
From a different point of view.
Yeah, from a different point of view. Excuse me. And then August 23rd, it is Ahsoka, the live action show, the Ahsoka Fano show, as we have dubbed it. And we'll be back for that. If you don't want to come hang out with us on Sunday, do come back next Tuesday as we get to do this all over again. I will have a new word for lexicon, and we'll have some more random trivia. Of course, you guys bring your random pop culture news items that you guys want to talk about, because we love hearing from you guys.
We try to get a lot of it, but we can't get it all.
Yeah, I cannot keep up with everything that happens in the course of a week.
Watch the merch store, because maybe Go Fub Yourself will show up soon.
Go Fub Yourself. Sorry, it just still gets me. I don't know what that is, but it sounds dirty. All right, guys, that's it for me. I got nothing else.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, guys. Well, until we meet again for Phantom Power, my name is Wes.
I'm Andy.
See you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.